Welcome to Showcase Richmond. I'm Matt DiNardo. On June 27th, there's a compelling event you won't want to miss. Secours Community Hospice House and Unity Christ Church will be hosting a talk with Dr. Eben Alexander, the author of Proof of Heaven, a neurosurgeon journey into the afterlife, in which he describes his near-death experience. The event is to raise money for the first community hospice house in Richmond. All of this is the focus of our Good News segment, made possible by Care Advantage, changing our community one charity at a time.
Miss Isetta, Care Advantage is helping out. Her training that she's received, it comes into here. We learn things from her, and we show her things here, and she's trainable. She knows exactly what to do.
She makes me feel comfortable, confident, safe. It makes me feel as if I've got somebody that's watching out for me. You wouldn't ask for anybody better.
Don't do it alone.
And with us now is Reverend Joyce Fisher-Pierce, the Senior Minister of Unity Christ Church of Bon Air. Welcome to Showcase Richmond.
Thanks for having us on.
Let's talk about this. Reverend, for those who don't know, who is Dr. Eben Alexander?
Dr. Eben Alexander was a man who was a neurosurgeon, and he suddenly became very, very ill, and he immediately went into having bacterial meningitis.
Okay.
And it involved his whole brain, and he was in a coma very shortly after it all started. And he had 7 days in coma, and his family made it a point to hold his hand during that time because they were just hanging on and wanted him to hang on. And out of the blue, 7 days later, he started to come back. And he opened, one of the things I read is he opened his eyes. And that would be so startling.
Right.
So he opened his eyes, and at that point they started to work to bring him back to awareness of this earth plane.
What is his relationship with Secours Community Hospice House? And give us some of the background on this community hospice house.
Well, the relationship is that our church, wanted to bring him, I wanted to bring him in. When I read the book, I said, he's coming to our church, he's got to. And I searched and searched to find him, and finally, almost 7 years later, found that he found a person who knew him, and there was a contact, and we were able to bring him into town through the help of Debbie Johnston and
Care Advantage.
Care Advantage.
Right.
So he is a man that has a lot to tell, but I think his major message that I'm getting is he wants people to not be afraid of death. He definitely feels that there is fear around death, and he wants people to know you don't have anything to fear. Okay.
Now, the community hospice house, talk about that. It's a facility that's being built right now. We see some pictures here.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful facility.
Yes, it's being built, and I was just there yesterday, and they have a beautiful fountain out front, and it's kind of in a U shape, and in the middle of the U is a garden, lots of beautiful gardens, and we have beautiful gardens in our meditation garden behind our church. And so when they saw our gardens, they said, it's going to be like this, Joyce. And so I said, wonderful. Right. And so the gardens and the whole hospice house, they're here for people who have family members that are in the end stages of life, and that making it comfortable. It's a homey atmosphere, not hospital-like. Right. It is homey and very lovely. And
that's the big difference, because you want it to feel more like a home. If you would like more information on this talk by Dr. Alexander, here's what you can do. You can stop by Glen Ellen High School. It's on June 27th at 7:30 in the evening. And again, doors will open at 7 o'clock. You can find out more information at unitybonair.org, Unity Christ Church of Bon Air. Give them a call today, 804-320-5584, located at 923 Buford Road. It's going to be an exciting evening. We'd like to thank Care Advantage for making this segment possible. You can see their locations on the screen at careadvantage.com.